Here are all the books I read in the month of May. First book I read this month was The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. Phenomenal book. If you have not read this, I highly, highly recommend it. If you want to hear more of my thoughts about it, you can go back on my page and scroll down a bit, and I did a full review, so I won't linger on this one too much, but this is a great work by Toni Morrison. I was shocked to learn that she actually was very dissatisfied with how this book turned out, and I could not believe that because I honestly thought it was incredible. The next book I tackled this month was Pachinko by Min Jin Lee. Again, I have a full review of this further down on my page if you want to go hear more thoughts about it. But this is a classic. It's about 4 generations in the same family that attempts to survive in Japanese colonialism of Korea. So really interesting characters, a lot of like moral gray area. I love that Pachinko explores that. The next book was James by Percival Everett. I've been wanting to read this book for a while, finally got around to it. I had to end up buying it because the holds list at my library was just so long. Definitely not guilty about buying this book. It was as good as everyone has said it is, and it's a National Book Award winner. It's a Pulitzer Prize winner, and this book deserves every accolade that it has gotten. I loved how language itself is all encompassing. Language, reading is all encompassing in this novel. And without that, a person can't even attempt to exist in their full identity. I was very interested in the commentary on code switching and how that in the story keeps James and his family and his community of enslaved people safe or not. It's my top read of 2025 so far. Next book is a series of short stories called What We Fed to the Manticore by Talia Lakshmi Kalluri. This book was so good. It is a series of short stories that showcase how humans and animals coexist for better or worse. And they are all told from the perspective of animals. Again, I'm not going to say too much more about this because I'm going to be posting a full review of this book soon. And the last was Bunny by Mona Awad. I can't say I disliked this book. I also can't say I loved this book. I was just approved on NetGalley to read the second book that comes out in September. So I have a feeling that reading the second book so soon after reading Bunny will help the story feel a little bit more complete. I loved what Mona Awad was doing in this book. I just personally felt let down by the ending, and that bothered me. I left this book with a sense of frustration, and I am confident, I'm optimistically hopeful that book 2 will help this feel more fleshed out and well-rounded. Overall, it was a great reading month in May, and I'm really excited to put together my TBR